T. Gray and MK, you are now cleared for flight school takeoff.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey guys, it's that time to learn how to rock your social media. I am excited about today. I sent Mark a note last week on this topic and saying we need to do that this week. We need to get Vasil, Marianne, and Desi on to show everybody how to do it. All right, so I think we need to make some people co-hosts real quick so that they can share their camera. You're the host, so you got to make everybody co-host, bro. You doing it? Are you doing it?
Yep.
You doing it? Is it done yet?
Doing it. Doing it.
Oh, my girl. I know I love this girl for a reason. Do you see Desi?
What's up,
Okay. We are Jake Parton today. Vasil, we are Jake Parton today. We are Jake
Come on,
Parton.
Max.
I don't have any.
Where are the glasses, Mark?
I don't have any.
You don't know where your sunglasses are, man?
No.
Oh,
They
hey, I
should
like
be in
that.
your
Look,
hair.
So
Look.
they're in the car, but Deb has my car.
Okay. Well, Letitia gave us a name. We are the Jakesters. Now, guys, you can't just have your sunglasses on. If you're gonna do a proper Jake Parton, you can't just have your sunglasses on. You got to turn your profile. There you go.
Oh
I
my
want to
God.
give
Where's
a shout
Jake?
out. I want to give
Jake,
a shout
if
out
you're
to my
there-
president. My president, Mr. Darren Gibson, for gifting me these nice Cartiers. You know, he's always taking care of me.
I want to
And
shout
my
out.
question is, if he really gifted you, or you stole them like you normally do?
No,
You promised me one too. I'm
for me.
still waiting for them.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for some sunglasses from Presidential Diamond Darren Gibson. So I think I'm going to take a page out of Desi's book, and the next time I see him around, I'm gonna steal his. 'Cause, I'm from the Bronx. That's what we do, right? He says, "I got you, T. I love you, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir." So what's up, you guys? How y'all doing today?
You
Awesome.
wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Another one.
I can always count on Desi to say that. All right. Well, so glad to see you guys here. Y'all are amazing. We just immediately thought of you when this topic came up because each of you, you're so multidimensional. Like I've seen you, of course, recruit people in person and build with people from your warm market, from out of your phone, people that you meet. But you've also mastered the art of meeting people on social media and being able to successfully draw them into your business and not just draw them into your business. Like, so for example, Desi, you sponsored Vasil, right?
No, I didn't.
You got
somebody.
You didn't?
Somebody in Alte's organization sponsored Basso, but
No, you sponsored Alte.
Yeah,
You sponsored Alte.
I sponsored Alte. Alte sponsored somebody else, and that
Right.
person brought in Basso.
Now watch this for a second. But you met
No.
Alte on social media, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And Alte is a diamond.
Yes.
Alte's a diamond, right?
Mhm.
So you sponsored Alte from social media. He's now a diamond, and there's multiple diamonds in that leg now,
Yeah.
right? Because Alte's a diamond and Vasil's a diamond. So
Julius too.
folks,
Julius
and
is
Julius.
social media too.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fade to the back here and let you guys talk. You start from wherever. You know what? Let me ask. I'll start the conversation by asking you guys a question. How about that? So what would you say is like the basic key to being able to connect with people and ultimately have them join your team leveraging social media?
Not being a weirdo.
And by not being a weirdo, what do you mean?
All right. So how honest can I be? I gotta ask for permission. And the reason
People,
why
how honest can Desi be today? Put it in the chat. How honest can she be? On a scale of On a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being keeping it 100, how honest can she be?
All right.
The people have spoken. The people have spoken, Desi.
Yeah, so I just want to start off this. When I started this business, it was COVID time, so there was no personal interactions. So I had no other choice but to, tap into the social media world. I mean, that's how Mr. Gibson found me. So I just duplicated what he did with me. Now, I'm going to say this, and, as we're going into this conversation, what did work back then, it does work to a certain extent today, but not as much as it did back then, because I believe right now we're back to pre-COVID timing, where if you're just reaching out to people, cold messaging without really building authentic relationship and interacting with their profile and just getting to know them, you're most likely going to be ignored. So I'll just start that off there. But yeah, I mean, social media is key. You want to use it as a magnet, obviously, by providing value. I believe Mr. Bugs talked about it. He talked about it in Houston. He talked about it in Mexico. So, that's the main thing. The first thing is don't be a weirdo. And Tigray asked, what is a weirdo? A weirdo is me jumping into your inbox and saying, hey, I have an amazing opportunity. I want you to come and see this presentation, and without really building a rapport, building a connection to see what that person is looking for. So I'll pass it over to Maria and Vasil before we dive into.
I'll just back that up, because right before I jumped onto this flight school, I had somebody doing exactly that, and I'm just so repelled from it. Hey, how are you doing? I'm texting this lady back, and now she's like, hey, you would be perfect for my brand, jump on a Zoom with me and my upper. And I'm like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
It's just like, hello, how are you really doing? Do you really want to know? Or you just have your auto, message that you just repost 100 times a day, like I was anybody else, you probably post the same message and you feel that immediately. So, yeah.
I would say that this example really brings me to, if you really meet, let's say, the girl of your dreams, you don't really tell her like on the first hour, hey, let's marry each other. Right? This will repel her and will pull her away. Well, that's exactly how it really does in network marketing, in business, in everything. When you really go straight away into your offer, into the pitch, into what you want to say, I have really been very observant. Second thing, I have really been very curious to know what my leaders have been doing. In the beginning, for example, I do agree with what Jesse just said, because we were really doing it really in an incredible way. And whatever really Jesse and Darren have taught me, I have always really watched their social media. What is that they post? How is that they do it? How is, that we do certain things? How is that we do text people? And when it comes down to that, I have really been extremely observant, and I have always wanted to ask questions and improve myself in that area. So social media has really expanded in that area right now. That, yes, you said that it's really one way of us recruiting people from that point, and it's not the only one. But social media right now, if you really build an authenticity, I would say that one thing is that I saw into the resume of flight school is what not to do. Simply as social media is concerned, is just don't do anything. If you don't post nothing about your business, then it simply means that you have no business. It's like you have your own child, right? When you're really excited about your dog or child, you post it in the internet. You just shoot a story of it, and you're really excited about it. And what really happens, and I do happen to see in some of my team members, is they joined 8 months ago, and they still haven't posted one picture of it. And I'm like, okay, at least share your excitement, share what is that really it's really going on in your life, right? That's really you growing, people seeing your journey, seeing what's really going on. That's what really attract people, right? People are attracted to your journey, right? So it's really about the process.
Yeah, let's take this backwards. I like what he just said. So All right, when you get started with any type of business, your business is your baby, right? You just birthed a baby. How many of you here on the line are parents? Maybe you're a dog parent, cat parent, whatever. You know, all fur babies count. Hamsters, fishes, you know, they all count. All pets count, right? You all have babies. Great, 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 great. And when you had your baby, what was the first thing you did? Mosquitoes.
You take a picture.
When you had a baby, what was the first thing you did? You went on social media and you made sure the whole world, well, obviously after you hug her, right? You made sure the whole world knew you just birthed your daughter, your son, your pet, you know, your fish, your alligator, whatever, you know, there's some people that are, you know, we're just out there. So whatever pet you get, you know, so, right. So this is what you did. So why are you afraid of, I mean, would you care? Let me take this backwards. Would you care if anybody came into your comments and said, hey, your baby's ugly? Or, you know, why are you posting this? Would you care? No, you will immediately shut that person down, right? You will protect your baby. So what I would like for you to do moving forward is to protect your baby, which is your business. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what business you have, if it's this or if it's another business, you got to promote yourself. You got to promote your business. And I like what Vasil said, because people like watching your journey. They may not join you right away. You know, your closest people, friends and family, they're usually the ones to join you the last. At least on my end, it was this way, right? But they're watching. And the only reason why they may not join you is because they're prejudging you based on the person that they know, the person that was probably just talking all the time, you know, but was never taking action. And, you know, and you've built a self-image, some type of self-image where, you know, they don't respect you, that they don't see you as that business owner. So in order for you to, in order for them to look at you in a serious manner, now you got to go out there and build new network. And this is where social media comes into place, because strangers will support your journey, right? They will become your new family. I mean, as y'all can see here on the line, you know, we're all strangers, but we're not like a whole big family all over the world, right? So, I mean, yes, I did start this business and I built. Everybody, I want you to hear this. For the ones that are saying you can't build this business online, I went black diamond with all of my diamonds that went diamond, with all of my emeralds that went emerald, with all of the rubies, sapphires, and I can't even count it because it was a lot of them. We did that mainly, I would say 92% was from social media. All right. Mm-hmm. We drove millions of dollars, right? We drove millions of dollars, not me. Us, because there's nothing that I did by myself. Us, we drove millions of dollars through social media. It was free. We paid $0 for advertisement. Okay, $0. I want you guys to think about this. If you got started on the CEO pack, you invested into a business that can take you to millions of dollars if you follow these simple steps that we're going to teach you today.
Yes. So let me interject, because I want to guide the conversation just a little bit.
Yeah.
So, and forgive me guys for the baseball cap. The sun is now fully out, as you guys can see by my glowing. And I don't want any of you guys to get jealous because of my glow. You know, I know you guys all wish that you could glow as well, but some of us got glow right now. Thank you, sun. So in any event, so you got all these folks, right? You've got people that you've been able to attract to your business, Desi, via social media, who not only ended up in your business, but ended up successful, right? Vasil, you have done the very same. Marianne, you have done the same. So let's get specific for the people, because I'm looking at the questions in the chat. You got people saying, well, what does it look like when you share your business on social media? And my upline told me, don't post your business on social media. So we need to give people some specifics. And by the way, I want to give the disclaimer again. This is not a shift. We're not saying stop calling your people in your phone. That is where you start. Believe me, that is easier than social media, right? But we want to always be adding to your network and adding to your circle, and social media provides a way to do it. So I want to toss that question out there for you guys to now give these folks some specifics. What do you do with your social media that makes people even want to talk to you? What does it look like when you post your business? How do you get people from the digital world into your Ibüümerang world and making money?
I think the first thing is that you must identify what type of people you want to work with. All right. That is like when I started, I had a certain type of people I wanted to work with, which was, in that season of my life back then, it was mainly people that were growing, expanding, that, wanted to grow. So, I tapped into the personal development world. That's what I did back then. Today, obviously, I talk to everybody. But back then, because I was in a not really a positive, mental place. So I wanted to surround myself. I wanted to create an environment of like-minded, positive people that were going somewhere, right? So I think that is the first thing. If you're a single mom, right? Maybe you want to work with single moms, and maybe that is the content you want to start creating. You have a free chat GPT where you can sit down and type, all right, what are the topics that single moms are searching today? And now you start creating, content that is relatable, that will pique their interest. We have plenty of success stories with single moms. Like Lawana's one of my girls, right? A single mom I share her story all day long, every single day. Next week I'm having this event here. Guess what? I'm calling all my single moms and telling them who's going to be in the room. Vita's coming. Vita will be in the DMV area, realtor, successful in business, successful in trading. Guess what I'm doing? I'm selling Vita's story. She doesn't even know. I'm getting all of my realtor friends in the room. So you want to start creating relatable content based on the niche that you want to tap into. Or it might be realtors, it might be business owners, it might be corporate people, it might be people that are in the service industry, right? I mean, you essentially want to create content that will solve their problem, especially right now we're going through recession. Everybody wants an opportunity. And one thing that I can tell you, because I do communicate with a lot of people in person, people don't know where to search, but they're searching. And you are the gate. What is it? The gate door? Is that what you guys call it?
Gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper for, is it a gatekeeper?
I don't know. Gateway.
You don't even have to speak English when you.
The gateway.
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 Yeah, you're the gateway to, their opportunity, and I mean, for them to change their life. I mean, all of these screenshots, this is what I'm going to do, Tigre. I just took a few videos. Prime example, what I'm going to do right after this call. I have few people in my pipeline, right? Pipeline that are just on the verge. All I'm going to do is just send those to those individuals that I've been talking to, right? And guess what? I know they're going to get started immediately after. Because the longer they wait, the more they procrastinate. And obviously, they're slowing themselves down when it comes down to achieving their goals. Not only that, but I'm going to blast this on my social media. And people end up reaching back to me. Obviously, I'm going to make it attractive. Again, I'm going to go to ChatGPT. It's so easy, right? And then I'm going to target the people. I'm going to ask to write me a text. Then I may change it, and just add my own flavor to it. So it's not just so robotic. And that's how I bring people back to me versus just jumping into people's inbox. And the reason why I'm saying this, because Facebook and Instagram are making it more difficult when you're just sending out messages, because you can't even see the message. It's blocked into, spam box and things of that nature. And unless you build a connection, unless you're friends with them, unless you have, interacted with their social media, you pique their interest. Now they're watching your social media, and obviously, you will bring them back to you. Go ahead, Marianne.
Yeah, I just want to say that, just I think 1 or 2 weeks ago, we talked about that we are the business. I saw somebody ask, what do you share about your business? But when you are the business, you're the main character that you want to really post about, because the habits that you do have, the mindset that you have, the life that you have, that's, in reality, what you're selling. It's not Elevate that you're selling the lifestyle that can be provided with the services that we do have. So by you showing up, let's say right now at the gym, I have been very consistent with that. I even have people asking me, hey, haven't you been at the gym today? So they are watching me, and it's not for my gym journey, it's for them seeing I'm consistent with what I'm doing. I'm every day showing up, I'm every day doing the things that I said I will when it comes to my private. And of course, I'll do that as well in my business, because how I do one thing is how I do everything. So even maybe some, they follow me just for the fitness. Later they'll see, hey, what else is she doing? Oh, she has this going on. Okay, let me hear about that, because now they think they really know me. And I had an event here 2 weeks ago where I think half of the people, I never met them real life. And I simply, I forgot about it, because we worked together online. Some of them followed me for some time and we had multiple conversations. And it's just really how you build it. But then I know you as well, Desi, built locally right now. And I started doing that too, because I never did, since I moved around so much that I didn't really have a local place. But now I have one.
You
So
got
now,
a local now. I like it.
let me get people in my backyard now. So I'm pulling them out of social media and I'm putting, them on a chair here in my city. So that's another way how to do it. It's just you being consistent, showing up every day. So if you start the social media game, you cannot stop it. It's from now and you keep doing it, like with anything else that you do. That's what
I would say that, re-adding into that, what I really simply do is I always really focus on value. Darren has always really taught me, add value with everything, that you do. For example, after this call, if I jump on a live, I always, in my mind, is how can I really add value to the people that are really going to jump on and listen to me, listen to the content that I will really post. Either if that's going to be a Facebook Live. I know that a lot of people are actually scared about jumping on a Facebook Live, which, as a matter, I was too. Posting pictures, videos, everything. I was scared to how to post. As a matter of fact, now when I'm looking back at my journey, I'm like, why haven't I done that earlier? Why? It's just because it works so well. And here is the thing. If you add constantly value, people are going to reach out and ask you what is that you do. And really from there, it's very easy to really go further into the conversation as far as that is concerned, right? Because when you focus on adding value, right now I have people sharing my content in their social media. And now even the third party, it's like working like a referral. Why? Because, for example, if you do record a video and in the end of the video, you say, well, reach out to me. And I will, let's say, share more about what I do. Right now, people are going to be less, they are really not going to may share that because of why you have said that in the end. But when you focus really on value, it's really a game. I would say that I'm really constantly learning, but really adding value whenever you do something. For example, for myself, each and every time that I do posts, I constantly focus on how can I really bring value to the people that are really listening to me. So if a person is really brand new, begin with that. Think about how can I really bring value to somebody. And remember, even if you start scrolling, because people love scrolling, right? Even if they have 5 minutes at their work, they love scrolling. So what they do is they open their phone and they want to be entertained with something. Why your content is not being entertained for? You should be the one that they are being entertained, maybe trading results, maybe this, maybe that, maybe, some personal development thing that you can tell them that they can be entertained. If they have 5 minutes, you should be the one that it's like watching TV, the movie, as just read Marianne said. Why not to be the movie for them so they can watch your journey and how you expand? And sooner or later, as Desi said, they're really going to contact you, right? So you are really the commercial, yeah?
I gotta add something. Keyword. Everybody write this down. consistency, meaning people join people that are consistent, not showing up today and then you're gone for a month. All right, consistency. You got to stay consistent with showing up regardless of what they are saying. Remember, it's your business. You are that, image of that business. So people will join people that are consistent and obviously confident about what they're doing. Because if you're unsure about your business, if you're unsure, nobody will follow you. Nobody will join you. Nobody will, ask you, what is it that you're doing? Maybe if you're just getting started, maybe what you want to do is, do a live with your diamond leader or emerald leader or, sapphire leader. It doesn't matter who it is. Do a live. Lives do help. They pique interest. When it comes down to creating your content, I like what Vasil said is very true. You're going to have to not be a weirdo. You're going to have to show your face. If you're a business owner, yes, you do have to show your face. You are the brand. You're going to have to educate, maybe talk about the topics on financial literacy, what you're learning through, the Elevate platform, or what you're learning through your leaders, or what you're learning into, the team calls that you're joining. All of these calls are made for you so you can educate yourself, and now you can go educate other people. Because all of us, I'll give you this, 4 or 5 years ago, man, if I knew what I know today, I would have never started a traditional business. Just being honest with you guys. I wish I met Mr. Bugs 11 years ago. I would have never, ever, ever invested my money into traditional business, ever. But, everything happens for a reason. Maybe you want to share, somebody's story that you just heard, on any of the launch calls that we do. Hey, where are all my single moms at? I just heard about such and such on how much they made today. You just had how many success stories? Like 12, 15, I don't even know. From one day, they made $15,000. Go and brag about it. How many communities do you have where people make, and I'm sure that there's a lot more people that didn't even say how much they made on that call, but they made $15,000 combined together in less than 45 minutes.
You mean telling that story already?
Can I add
You
something?
go, girl.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to add, because so many people, when they get started further along, they say that, well, I don't have the results yet. I don't know what to share, but you can share what you're a part of. You can share about, your customers. You can share about your partners, your upline, the company. Like, we have so much to be proud of that it doesn't have to be you as a person, your results, because in the end of the day, even though you have massive results, you don't want to sell your results because you're not selling yourself to the next person. So that's one thing I want to say. And as well, I saw, Vida, you put consistency, confidence, and content as well. I hear a lot about, I wish I had your confidence in, and when I get this confidence, then this is what I'll do. But just know this, that yes, I was also shaking very much in my first Facebook Live, probably the first 10, 15, and maybe even more than that. And I told a lot of just stupid stuff, but the confidence, it came by still doing it. Still doing the lives, even when my mind was telling me, like, you look tired today, your hair is not very good, do you even have something to share, is anybody even watching, why are you doing this? Constantly you need to overcome that inner thoughts that just tries to rob you for your success. And by doing the work, then you become more confident. And then later on, it's just something that you do like anything else. So you cannot sit and wait for confidence. It will not just appear. You have to be willing to step out there and do a live where you're shaking. Okay.
Maybe the camera is really still trembling when you even jump on.
We have all tried that. We are like, stop.
Right. Yeah. But it's network marketing. It has marketing for a reason. You have to market yourself, market you. Who are you? What's your brand? What is that you're known for. It's just simply you. Right now, even after these stories, we're not even talking about that we are diamonds and anything. We're talking about you. And think about this process. When is the last time that we as diamonds, we have jumped on a live and we have shared our results? Actually, less than 1% probably of 100 times, or even not even that. We are constantly even, hey, I've got this individual, he made $50. I'm extremely excited. So we do brag more about our people rather than us. That's what attracts people, because they will say, who is this person? Maybe I can be the next one that is going to be earning $50 and they're going to brag about me.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So,
that's really key. I even got that feedback the other day from a lady. She said, it's so nice working with you because it's not about you. I work with other people and it was all about, look at me, see me, you know, what I'm doing. But you're always about how can you help other people? And that's when we share those stories, we show that this is what we do. We don't just tell it. That's what I love about social media. You cannot just tell because, you know, you will be exposed. You need to show it. I know we sometimes make fun that, you know, if you haven't posted that you've been to the gym, it doesn't count. But, you know, in a way, it's how it is today. People talk so much, but do they really do the thing that they say they do? So by you showing a proof, by, you know, showing yourself at the gym, you know, you confirm that you are a person of your words.
You know, it's so funny, Marianne, that you should talk about that, right? Because you got to think about, excuse me, what people are drawn to, who they want to work with, right? And you want to work with people that you know are people of integrity, people who can take you where you want to go. And even though you might be your whole intent might be, okay, well, I want to attract business partners. The question is, are business partners going to be attracted to you?
Mhm.
So when you show, hey, I'm a person who is serious about taking care of myself, and you show, hey, I'm going to the gym today. I'm, you know, like you guys see, I've been walking every day. And guess what? When I don't post it, people ask me, did you walk today? Right? I got on Coffee and Trust the other day, and Donnie's like, Tigre's on his walk. You guys know, right? But what people want to see is they want to see that consistency. Marianne, you hitting it right on the head. Because like you said, people are going to ask you, well, why? Why? Because not because you're showing off, but it's because you are showing that you're answering the question, why me? Why should I be your business partner? Because I'm disciplined. You know, I'm not the person who's sleeping in every day. I'm the person who's getting up. I'm the person who's improving myself. And if I can throw one in there, guys, my social media strategy that's worked extremely well for me is really 2 words: be interesting. Right? Be interesting. You want to be multidimensional. One reason to show your workout is because that gives you something else to show other than your business. So you're not just showing your business all the time, right? Because you do want to show your business, but your business should be sandwiched in, because if it's just business, every single post, then what happens is people will tune you out.
Right.
Right.
100%.
But you know, even if you look at my social media, I'll keep you laughing because I see something funny, I post it. You know, I see something, a movie coming out, I post it. I see Trade Buddy results, I post it. So if you're flipping through my story, you are going to see business, right? But it's going to be wrapped in. And I've had people say, "Hell, so y'all still doing that trading thing I see on your Instagram?"
Mhm.
They're watching.
They are. I want to post a couple of things in the chat and make sure that you copy it. These are 2 websites that you can utilize for free to get professional looking reels.
Really? Ah,
Right?
okay.
Like if you did, let's say, here's the deal. If y'all did training for your team, I mean, there's a lot of people that have trained, you know, teams. Your team can be 5 people. Your team can be a person. You did a training for that person. You put that link there, right? And then he chops it off with key, you know, let's say key moments from that video, and he creates a professional look reel for you that now you can go viral. Now you can attract more people, because today Instagram and Facebook work just like, you know, Google. Obviously, you got to use keywords like SEO words and things of that nature, so you can show on their news feed, right? So you can show on their news feed, so you can bring more attention to your profile. You know, if social media is pivoting, you got to pivot with it. And just so you guys know, it's free money. I mean, you don't have to spend money on advertisement to bring people to your social media. You can, you know, post your leaders. That brings also attention. You know, you can post about, you know, stories that, you know, you've heard on the call that also brings, you know, attention to your profile. All of that, right? Anything. I like what Tigray said. I don't just like posting my business. I post my son, my dog, everything. Everything,
Yeah.
right? Because I want people to see, hey, I'm actually living my life. I'm not, you know, people are always reaching out to me and saying, oh my God, you know, you seem like, you know, you're always on a holiday. And I say, yes, I signed up for the holiday lifestyle. You know, because they're asking me. You see, even So knows my son's name and my dog's name. Everybody knows, right? So you know, people are attracted to that. They don't want to just see you work. They don't want to just see you. They want to see that you're, you know, building your business around your, I mean, this business was meant to be built around your life, right? And it's so easy. It's so attractive. I mean, I'm going to meet with, you know, one of my guys here after the flight school, and I'm meeting with, you know, prospect. We're going to freaking the water. We're going to get some food. That's how hard I am working. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to show him all of the videos on how much money, you know, this group made. So I don't even have to do hard work. You know, these folks did the hard work for me. The other day, you know, I signed up somebody for one of my Netherlands girls. And all I did is I played the video that Carson created. Shout out to Carson. Thanks for all the hard work, Carson. The Carson created, you know, from Profit Snatchers, when I did the Profit Snatchers with his group. I mean, this video, this 4-minute video, like, I mean, I don't even have to present. It sells it for me, right?
I want to see the video.
Mark has
I'm wondering where this video was yet. Awesome.
All right. And I'm signed up for Munch. I'm coachable, teachable, trainable.
All right, Tigre, get on the airplane.
All right, I'm on. Man, I tell you what, I mean, you guys, ladies, you know, again, I'll say it again. This is, you know, and Desi is really strong, because we did, you know, social media kind of went up in terms of importance in building, and it has come back down. Like you said, we're back to pre-COVID levels, but it's still there.
Yeah.
Right. It is still there, and it's still a place where done properly. Let me ask you guys a question. We're not the only ones doing it, right? So there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of people using social media to try to recruit and build their various businesses. What is it that some people do that absolutely 100% turns you off, that they would never be able to recruit you because of this thing that they do on social media?
I would
One
say
thing.
it's like
Negativity. Negativity, political posts.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
do that.
yep.
Right? Like, make sure you spread positivity. There's too many naysayers out there. You know, don't do something. I mean, if you want to attract, I'm sorry, Maria, I didn't mean to interrupt you. If you want to attract people that are here to stay, that are going to build, like, please go and clean up your social media. If you were, you know, negative, if you were arguing with somebody or things of that nature, you know, like, we don't want that, right? I mean, if I open up somebody's social media, I won't even interact with them. If I see, you know, like, and then I want to see that you're a real person. I don't want to just see, you know, positive quotes.
Yep.
Like, I don't know who's behind the screen. I don't know who's behind the screen. People want to see you. They want to see your face. And also, pictures don't convert, that, you know, you're not going to be exposed. So people want to see you, that you're a real person. You got to talk. You got to show your face. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. You got to get out of, you know, you remember when Mr. Buck said about the training, draw out a circle. In that circle, put all of the things that you're comfortable doing. Outside of the circle, put all of the things that you don't like doing, you're uncomfortable doing, and start knocking them down, you know, the uncomfortable things, you know. And for me, that was one of the things, videos. I still don't like doing them, but guess what I do? I still do them, right? So, but remember, people only buy from people that they know, trust, and respect. How do you build, for them to know you, to trust you, and respect you? By being authentic, by showing up your face, adding value. Obviously, you got to add value first. Then you can have a call to action, connect with you, pique their interest, ask you questions and things of that nature. But you can't be just, hey, we've got the best platform, without even educating them on what the platform is all about.
And you know what? Let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that, because one of the things that people do that really turns me off is that we have the best, we have the best, we have the best. That is not messaging that resonates with thinking people, folks. What resonates is better is you don't have to say what you are, just show what you are. Like just that quick. I went on Elevate literally just a few moments ago, took last week's Trade Buddy results and shared it to my story. And I just put winner, winner, winner. I swiped up and I got the little dancing winner thing. I picked one of those and I stuck it up there. And I didn't make a pitch. I didn't say, hey, you want to learn more? DM me or whatever. Guess what? People see enough of those mixed in between my silly, stuff that makes people laugh, or me walking. What they do is they'll ask me about it. They will ask me about it. And one of the groups that I'm advertising to is my existing customer base, the people who are already my customers. And I'm also a little bit relentless in making sure that they see it, because then I'll post it, but then I'll take the little share thing and copy the link and drop it in my little trading community, so that I make sure that my customers and my people that I got involved in Elevate and Trade Buddy see the post and see that I'm still about it. That's me.
Mhm.
I want to go ahead.
Desi's posting right now. I know she is. It looks, I can see the smoke coming from her screen.
She's recording you right now. No, I want to just say that, what repels me is when people take themselves too seriously. Like if they want to really come on like too perfect and too everything is always, in their control, and they have no challenges and their life is just amazing, constantly. But with that being said, you want to share, of course, about your life, but not in the way where you just kind of expose yourself too much. At least that's not what I do. I share about my kids or whatever, but I don't want to share about, oh, I'm just really challenged right now with this, or I just had a, an argument with my mom or whatever. Like there's a fine line between still being a business owner and then showing off some of your private life, rather than being a private person showing a little bit of business. Or that's at least how I do it.
Right. I love that. I'm going to add that to this. Don't be too perfect.
No.
Mhm.
It's
Exactly.
Yeah. And for example, for me, what really repels me and for the past few years is when somebody's too persistent for me, when they try to sell me without adding anything into my life, that really turns me really big time off. Like, for example, if you really want to, let's say, go into a new store and they immediately go after you and they immediately ask you, hey, this is, new and let's buy it immediately, it's just really too much, right? Because they don't add any value to you. They don't ask you, hey, how are you doing today? Do you feel good? Let me show you, it's really a different method, right? Rather than, hey, let me show you this, you're going to like it, let's buy it, right? There is really difference, and that's really where the value comes into place, because when you add value to people first and you focus on that later, when you are pitching them up, it's way easier for you to do that. Why? Because those when you add value, it's like in their mind what it comes is, this person cares about me and that's why he wants to make my day perfect. That's why later it's really easy for them to sell, right? So that's why for me this is really a very fundamental part. And it even when you enter in your social media, you said you want in your posts to having, let's say, a good likes, good comments. Do you do the same for other people? Do you add value when you see a great picture of somebody? Do you tell them, do you look amazing on this picture? well, you want the same for your profile, but you don't do it. Remember, what you give is what you're going to get in return.
Wow.
I would be a little bit careful with the compliments. And I gotta say this, right? Because, you know, some people may take it in a different way, right? But
Well, yeah, definitely when you're dealing with people of the opposite sex and also other people's spouses or significant others too.
yeah.
Yeah.
So most definitely, right? I will be careful. Now, for example, what I did in the beginning when I started in this business, and you know, when I made a decision that I'm going to build, I had a lot of stage pictures, and the division that I used to compete was judged based on your backside, right? So I went ahead and deleted all of those pictures because I didn't want to attract, you know, in my other industry where when I was selling my clothes, that was working because that was attracting towards my business, right? The fact that I put in the work, the you know, the environment that I was in, that was attracting. But ever since I made a decision, hey, I'm going to grow as a leader, I don't want people to look at me from a different angle, then I went ahead. It's not that I'm not proud of the work that I did. Hell yeah, I am. But here's the deal. I didn't want to attract, you know, all kinds of creepers. So clean up your social media.
I had to take mine down too, Desi. All right. Hey,
Clean up your social media.
I want to ask you guys a very specific question that people really need to know. Okay. So you finally get somebody, you've done all these things right. You've been a real person. You've been interesting. You've added value. You developed a relationship first before you got into the DM. You did the lives. You got past yourself and you did lives and you showed people consistency, all this good stuff, right? Confidence too, right, Marianne? But so now you actually have someone who is having a real engagement with you. How do you move those people from social media world into the real world?
Simple. Hey, I would like to hear more of your story. Let's do a virtual coffee. If they're virtual, if they're in town, you know, I'll be like, hey, we should meet. You know, I'm always looking to expand my network of individuals with similar interests. And guess what? Most people are open to it. Like Monday, for example, I'm meeting with Dustin's girl, Dustin connecting with a girl that's here in the area. I don't want to, you know, meet her, you know, over Zoom. She's down the street from me. Why would I not build a real connection? You know, the faster I do it, the longer she's going to stay with Dustin. So, but I don't say, hey, let's jump on a Zoom. No, that is you being a weirdo. They automatically know you are trying to sell them on something. Hey, let's do a virtual coffee. Hey, you know, I would like to hear more of your story and I'll, you know, share mine. Let's see how we can add value to each other. That's it for me.
I think that's amazing. Oh my God. I've never heard that before. And I think that's really powerful. And it's one of those little things people can miss, right? So like you said, don't say, let's jump on a Zoom. That's like just saying, I want to prospect you for something, right? A virtual coffee, love it. I love it. And that works.
And if you get an objection, I just want to prep you. What is it all about? Hey, I thought, you know, we had similar interests. You know, last time I checked, social media is about interacting and connecting with new individuals. And since you and I have similar interests, you know, I mean, your network is your net worth. And when I say this, I break the ice and people are open to meet up. But if I get this objection, I may not try to quote unquote expose them to what I'm doing in the first call. I will build trust and then I will do that the second time. But I am still going to ask questions. I'm still going to find out how can I help this person. I'm not going to be a weirdo where I'm going to be like, hey, Tigre, it's a pleasure connecting with you. I'm glad that you took the time to have this, you know, virtual coffee with me. By the way, I have this amazing business and I think you would really like it. I know a lot of you do this. It's okay. We've all been there.
Mom, okay, I'm coming. I'm sorry, I gotta go. I love that. I love that. Go ahead, Marianne.
Yeah, it depends, how many messages you have exchanged or if you had any type of other, relationship with this person. But what I want to do is to really find out, what I can help them with. So I kind of mirror myself with them, ask things that I know I have overcome or something like that. So I will know that I can provide value. And then hey, I learned this from this year, I guess, let's have a virtual coffee or, whatever you prefer. I can even say, or if you prefer tea, that's fine with me. You just need to bring it your own. And I'll tell them, hey, I will, and just to make it, like a little bit more fun. Yeah. So I know that I can, if they are thinking of becoming self-employed, I can tell them, hey, I've been 8 years. I would love to share my journey. So you can, cut some of the corners faster, maybe than what I did. Or I really have that interest, because if I don't have it, I'll not ask them for that coffee. I take the time as if I met them on a real coffee. I will never jump on a real coffee and then immediately start, flipping up my laptop and presenting a business presentation. So you should not do that online either.
Yeah. Well, your question was really more like how, you can really transfer them. Well, it depends, where have you met them? Let's say if I really do meet, somebody in the gym and I do get to know them, we exchange Facebook, but we're still cold market. Well, I can really tell them, hey, you know what? I can really see that we do have a lot of things in common. We have talked about this and that. We have talked about maybe personal development. And you know what? I really truly like your vibe. And you know what? Maybe we can exchange some value and stories and ideas, and we can see how we can go from there. So just really pretty much being authentic, get to know them. As Desi said, people are aware of, hey, you know what, they feel defensive of that, and they may tell you what is really this all about, and just really tell them like how you really feel when you really meet a person in the world. What would you tell them? What are going to be the first questions that you may ask him? Where are you from? What is that you do for living? What does really motivate you? What are your hobbies? What is that you do for living? So just really getting to know them and really building that relationship is really the first thing that should be on the top of your head. And of course, adding value into their life so they can see that you're actually a friend, right? Because if you try to sell them immediately, they rather see you as an enemy because you haven't opened their minds yet to open to hear that.
I got a big tip for everybody. Is this cool? Am I allowed to share my screen?
Are you going to present?
No. I want to present my social. I want to show everybody something, which is big.
You're not gonna go into a presentation, are you?
Yeah, social media presentation. I think
Yeah,
this
go
will
ahead,
help
share it. Go
everybody.
ahead. Go.
All right, cool. So this is what I do, right? It's gonna save you a lot of time. All right, so this is my Instagram, as you guys know. What I do is when I see a very well performing reel, right? Something that is piquing my interest, I save that reel. You guys know how to save a reel, right? So you go into it, you save it. I have a folder, as you guys can see here. Obviously, I'll remove this from my collection. Now, hold on. I'll remove it. And then I can create a new folder, let's say, I don't know, social media, right? I will, and when I see this, and for example, if I'm scrolling through social media, I don't just jump on social media. I jump on social media, for a reason. I don't just waste my time. And if I see, this is the content that I usually have on my social media, educational stuff, houses, cars, right? This is all I want to see. And if I like this, she's adding value and it's something that I may want to duplicate, right? Remember, you want to be a copycat, but copy the right cats. Because this is this is obviously bringing traction to her social media. I will duplicate that and create something similar. Is this making sense? As you guys can see, I got plenty of those right here. This is one of another guy that I really like. He's adding a lot of value. And he gives you like free advice on what to do, how to create your content and things of that nature. And you can literally, he's giving you free advice on how to do social media. So you can utilize your social media as a magnet because like I said, it's becoming more difficult to especially text on Instagram because your message ends up, I don't even know where, unless, you know, you've been friends with that person. Something else I do when somebody follows me, you know, because I genuinely want to build connection with them. I don't know if they're going to join me today or maybe 5 months from now, right? On Thursday, I enrolled somebody and I've been connected with this lady. I believe she's on the line. I've been connected with her maybe for 2-3 months, but I kept on exposing what I do, right? I kept on feeding my community, my own community that I'm building. And obviously by her seeing what I do, living my life, sharing my team stories or, you know, my business, my family and stuff like that, that builds trust. It just takes some time for people to respond to you. And guess what? You know, she came back to me, she said, how can I start with what you are doing? Some people may be able to take action immediately. Some people may take action 2-3 months from now, or maybe a year from now. I mean, I'm enrolling somebody else, you know, at the end of this month, and they've been connected with me for 2 years. So, but in the meantime, I keep on building my funnel, right? I don't stop and wait on those 2 people to get started, right? I keep on building my funnel. I keep on doing what I'm doing because there's 8 billion people out there. There's plenty of people for your organization, folks. Plenty for mine, plenty for Marianne, plenty for Vasil, plenty for anybody that starts today.
I want to add something really. Can I do that quickly? Because I had a conversation with one of my business partners today exactly about this topic, and I hope he's on the line right now. But I said, you know what, when you don't build your social media and you call somebody to invite them for a meeting, let's say, and they say no or whatever, you know, and from that point on, they will still follow you, because if anybody calls you with, you know, something that can change your life, you should be at least a little curious, even if you say no. So if you have no content, this person will get no reminders of you calling them, you know, or piquing their interest. So it's like that one exposure and that's it, unless you have them in a system where you'll call them back later on. But in the meantime, they haven't seen nothing of what you just, you know, talked or the invitation. So in this way, you make it harder for yourself. So if you invite, you know, on the phone and you have your social media, it's like they go together hand in hand. But if you only choose one, like, you're really missing out on a lot, because the social media does the work for you, not just for that one person, but for this person's friends, or, you know, whatever that you're connected. You don't never really know who's watching your things. So with no social media, you know that, you know, there's no exposures, at least. So
Right. This goes back to what we said: know, like, and trust or respect. People buy from people that they know them, they like them, and they trust them.
Yes. Yes. Hey, you guys have done a phenomenal job today. This is absolute gold that you have given people today in the goal zone. You shared your goal. Get it? Did y'all miss that? Okay. And as we start to wrap this up, I want to give you guys each a chance to fire off a parting shot. One strong piece of advice, if you could say one thing to everybody as we wrap this up that would give them something tangible that they can go back and apply, what would that be? We'll start with you, Diamond Vasil.
I would say the first thing, or really kind of what you really want to, is just stay consistent in this game. Because if you're really not consistent, as we kind of mentioned it a lot, and for me, you know, I'm really into a point where if I haven't posted anything today about my business, about myself, about my journey, about how I'm growing, about where I'm going, about what is really exactly that is really going on, it's like I'm doing nothing. And it's really a key, because people are really, as we said, they are really expecting something to be entertained. And I know that they are watching TV when they're watching social media. So why not the TV be exactly your screen on your social media? Because it's really that important. So it's really a movie that you're really creating. And most people really, they live in other people's movie. So they don't create their own. They don't create their own. So why don't you create a movie, right? That would be my piece of advice.
That's wonderful. That is absolutely powerful. All right, Diamond Marianne.
yeah, it was something connected to that, because I know when I started, at least, I was very confused what to post, you know, what will interest people. I was so concerned about, you know, all kinds of things. But It's like if you're not a product of the product, if you're not living the trade and travel lifestyle, that's why you have nothing to share, because you need to be a product of the product. So you have to ask yourself why I feel that I have nothing to share. What am I actually doing on a daily basis that relates to what we are doing? Am I a product of the product? Will I be, a person that you will think of can connect you to what you then later will show this person, because they haven't seen nothing from you yet. So maybe it's time for you to, change your life so you have something interesting to share with the world. Yeah.
Am I next?
Yeah.
I guess Tigray disappeared, so I guess I'm just gonna.
They're putting on the
Tigray's
wig or
here.
something.
Tigray's here. Tigray. No. Absolutely no. You're first of all, Marianne, on point. Thank you. Yes, Desi, you are next. We saved
Yeah.
our black diamond for last.
I like
Yes,
what
ma'am.
both of them said. Now I just want to, elaborate on what Marianne said, and then I'll say what I have to say. You don't necessarily have to start trading, because you can share the community success. Use the tools that we're
Right.
providing you. Folks, if you start using them, you're gonna win. Trust me. You don't have to explain, oh, this person is not in my group, or they don't have to know that, right? It's the community success, period, point blank. Now,
I'm afraid of whatever it is that you are about to say. I
Don't
feel it coming.
don't be. All of this that we shared today, folks, it won't work if you don't do the work. All right. It's really that simple. If you don't take this training that we gave you, and you know what, Tigray, I know that only 3% from the people that were here. That's just how it is with any event, right? We all know this. With
That's
any
how it
event,
is.
any webinar, only 3% will take this and will go out there and do the simple work. And one thing I'm going to tell you guys, I gave a really tough talk to my girl Priscilla. Shout out to her. She's going to be dual team qualified today, and she's going for 5K this month. So I want to give her a shout out.
Nice. Go Priscilla.
Yes, she's in Netherlands out there. Anyway, so on Thursday we had a heart-to-heart conversation, but I gave her the tough talk. Friday, immediately, the moment that she applied what I told her to do, she enrolled a person. She was about to enroll her second person last night, but obviously we had some issues with the credit card. So this is it, and she was like, it works. I know it does work. It does work. All you got to do is just do exactly what we suggest you to do. If you stop, if you don't do it, you're slowing your own growth. That's it. So
Amen. You guys rock the house today. Thank you. Hey, if anybody out there wanted to know what is the secret to how these guys, and I mean guys collectively, not in the male sense, are rocking their social media and being extremely successful, now you know. And if you only take away one thing from their training, this is it. Don't be a weirdo. All right, it's time to take our picture. Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes, sir.
sunscreen?
I am wearing off right now. I have like 12 layers of off on me that I have. So when I went off screen, I was putting on more off because the mosquitoes started to think that I was the airport and that they should land here. So I had to make sure I did what I could do to repel them. All right. So there you go. But anyway, let's go ahead and take our picture. We have Diamond Vasil Kranov, Diamond Marianne Schutz, Diamond, Black Diamond, Desi Lipova, your Chief Marketing Officer, Mark Kithcart, and Blue Diamond, Jake Parton. Let's go.
You're so cool.
Other side. Come on, one more time. One more again.
Okay.
All right. Hey, everybody, enjoy your Saturday. You guys are amazing. Rock that social media.
Love you, Ambassador.
Yes.
Get it.
Bye.
bye.
Bye.